Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 Media. Thank you so much for your time. Mrs. BVI Globe 2022, Dr. Arliene T. Penn is with us today, of course, to discuss two upcoming events, rather. That is the King and Queen Karaoke as well as the Pap smear screening. In addition, she will be representing the territory in June at the Mrs. Globe competition. We have lots to talk about with her. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Stephen Payne.
That was a 9 out of 10. I know you got the service down pat.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually
you're feeling it.
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites.
It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Viewers, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. As promised, I am joined by Mrs. BVI Globe 2022, the lovely Dr. Arliene T. Penn. Dr. Penn, welcome back to our studios. It's always a pleasure having you.
It's good to be here.
Thank you so much. You have a lot going on.
A whole lot.
But we're happy to support you in your endeavors, of course. One of the major events that you're going to be hosting is a upcoming Pap smear screening.
Yes.
For the persons who do not know, your platform, which is Cervical Cancer Awareness, provide some background for that and lead us into this very important initiative that you're hosting.
Okay. So you know, 18 years ago, cervical cancer would have affected my life, right? I learned that cervical cancer was aggressively eating away at my reproductive system. And in order to save my life, doctors would perform a radical hysterectomy. And for years, because it left me with a scar. So for years, I never used to tell people what type of cancer I had. I just said I was a cancer survivor. But then I read some statistics from the World Health Organization that some 600,000 women were diagnosed worldwide with cervical cancer. And that's in 2020. And then 300,000 women died as a result of cervical cancer. And I'm alive, and I'm worried about a scar, and I'm worried about people thinking about, something was wrong with her cervix or her reproductive system. I had to come out. I had to say something. I had to do something. Because if I'm alive, it means that early detection, it saved lives. So it means, therefore, that I have an opportunity to help women to know, fix, live, win. That's a theme I go by. Know now, you fix early, then you live life beautifully, fearfully, wonderfully, and then we can all win together. One of the things that, in terms of me finding out about the cervical cancer, there was a free Pap smear screening that was provided, and that was done by BNF Medical Complex for women who couldn't afford at the time. And at that time, I was in my early 20s. I couldn't afford. Now, here I am, 18 years later. I just wanted to give other women an opportunity.
The very same opportunity.
Because it was given to me. So I wanted to provide that opportunity to women. And you would remember that last year, I had a similar initiative where we had over 120 plus women who would have taken advantage of the Pap smear screening. And I just want to thank all those women for just coming forward. So now we have it again.
Beautiful. And this is, of course, in partnership with Penn Medical Center.
Penn Medical Center, and it's the WIN BVI organization in partnership with Penn Medical Center. And we're all working together to make sure that we detect things early so that whatever treatment you need, you can get all the treatment you need. We're actually partnering as well with the BVI Cancer Society as well, because I'm the ambassador for them. And I really thank them for giving me the opportunity to be that voice as well for cervical cancer awareness, because it's something that affects our lives, not just us, but the men in our lives,
of course,
the children in our lives. And if you don't have women in the world, then what?
Then we don't have a serious
Then
problem.
what?
A serious problem. Tell us about some further details of the actual pap smear screening.
Okay,
The
so I'm
date-
going to read. I'm going to read
that's fine.
for that, right? Because what we want is to make sure that persons become very proactive. So we want persons to register today for the free screening, and registration ends on May 5th. The screening guidelines: ages 21 to 29. If you're sexually active and never had a pap smear, we want to see you.
Okay.
If you're age 21 to 65, sexually active, and you had no pap test in 3 years, we want you to sign up. The number we want persons to register at, that would be 440-4122. That's 440-4122. And once registered, right, once persons call, once you register, your appointment will be scheduled during the month of May, and you will also receive a free doctor's consultation at your appointment.
Incredible.
So we want to make sure that women, we take care of ourselves. My series is called the Celebrating Life series. That's what the No Fix Live Win means. Celebrating life. It doesn't matter what scar you have. Doesn't matter. Because the scar represents survivorship, that you've survived something, that the experience you have, you can actually share that with others. And I asked myself the question, what if those 300,000 women in 2020 had a scar just like me? Just like me. They would have been able to be here today to share their story as well with others.
Wonderful. Well, first of all, as I've always told you, I'm so thankful that you have chosen to share your story with the world. It is one that allows us to move forward and most importantly heal. So congratulations on that. And of course, women and of course the men in their lives, you're encouraged to support this really, really incredible initiative to make sure that you are getting early detection, which is a lifesaver.
It's a lifesaver. I'm alive still.
Yeah.
See, I'm alive.
Incredible.
Early detection, it saves lives. And the later you wait, because sometimes you get to the second stage, the first, second, third, fourth, sometimes there's no return from there. And it's more expensive later on, because cancer treatment, it's not a penny. We're talking about thousands. So we want to make sure that persons do not get to that stage.
Understood. And now a very exciting King or Queen karaoke. This sounds like something that's going to be really fun. Tell us about this fundraising event.
Well, this came as a result of me winning the Mrs. Globe Win of the Year, Win Song of the Year title in 2022. And I sang Reclaiming Me. Singing brings people together.
It does.
I really love to sing. Really love to sing. And I know there are a number of people who only sing in their bathrooms. So I just wanted to create an opportunity for persons to come together, men and women. And I will also be using this as an opportunity to speak about my platform as well, because cervical cancer, cancer in general, affects both men and women. But we have a king or a queen because we only can have one winner. And we want to thank TravelWise because they came forward and they're actually paying for the trip to go to St. Martin.
Awesome.
So we have 3 rounds. And we have 3 rounds. I have the karaoke competition. We have some rules.
Okay, tell us about that.
We have 3 rounds. We have 2 elimination rounds, and then we have the final round. The first round, the songs will be from 1980s. It would be Stevie Wonder, or you're choosing from Stevie Wonder or Tina Turner.
Okay.
The second round, 1990s. 2 artists you're choosing from. Actually, one of the artists, either Lionel Richie or Whitney Houston.
Interesting.
And then the final round, it would be the freestyle from 2000. Because we want to make sure that we incorporate all the years. This is through my era as well. And these are some artists that I really love to listen to.
Some great choices.
Yeah, from time to time, because I think that their lyrics are very uplifting and their lyrics very clean. And it teaches you about love in many ways about self-love. And that's really what the Mrs., even the Mrs. Globe is about. Just self-love is teaching us the importance of loving who we are and not compromising who we are for anything else.
Understood.
Because if you love yourself, then you can love everyone else. But it goes back to the Word of God, which says you have to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if I love me, then of course I can love you. So with the karaoke, it's about bringing out the best in people.
Okay.
You may not be perfect in your singing, but you may be great in your singing. So we have judges who will help us to decipher who would emerge as the winner. But the crowd will dictate who gets that.
So you definitely, if you're going to sign up, you definitely need your supporters out there to cheer you on.
It's only $10 to. It's only $10 to sign up for it, and it's going to be at the Pancake Paradise on the 27th of May. That's a Saturday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. And we just want people to just come out, but we want you to sign up now.
Okay.
You have between now and the 25th of May to sign up, and then you let us know exactly which songs you will be singing, so we can have those songs, of course, queued
Incredible.
for you
Well,
and
I think
ready
my team
to
and
go.
I are going to be there to support.
You're going to be there to
Yeah,
support.
yeah.
Thank you so much. We want persons to call. They can call the number 440 again, 4122, and they can speak with any member of the WIN BVI so that they can get signed up for this, I would say, fun evening. We
Sounds like it's
expect to
gonna be a fun
have
evening.
a fun evening, but it will also be an opportunity again to learn about how we can live together, love together, work together, and how we can help each other in terms of, I just want more emphasis be placed on just getting women to take care of their bodies and themselves. And men, I believe you can help us
And absolutely.
to get there.
Most importantly, I want to touch on something because you've mentioned WIN BVI quite a bit, of course, in
Yes.
support of this. For those who do not know, tell us about the WIN BVI Foundation.
Well, the WIN BVI organization, it's an organization that I really love in that it helps women in so many different ways to become their best selves. Helps women in need. Sometimes we think that women are walking around and, you look nice and you look happy, but there may be things beneath the surface. And WIN offers so many different programs. I mean, I am on, there's a single mothers program that they offer. And that program, it not only helps you physically, but mentally, socially. It helps you to reintegrate back into society. If you have been broken in any way, they help. If there's you need food to eat, if there are things you need to help with your baby, there are so many different angles that they help from, but it's about how can we get women to become their best selves at the end of the day so that you regain your independence. So that's really what it is in a nutshell. So again, any person who wants to learn more about the WIN BVI organization, it would be 440-4122. The director is Alicia Green, and she's a nice person.
We know
very,
that.
very much approachable.
Yes.
And if you know of any woman, or even men, can ask on behalf of
Correct.
women, because sometimes we think it's a woman can just do it on her own, but they are brothers or
It's always a team
uncles
effort.
or fathers who can actually even call the number on behalf of their loved one, the female, and
seek
you have
support.
that and have that engagement happen.
Wonderful.
Because they are also linked to other agencies across the Virgin Islands as well.
Well, congratulations to you and, of course, WIN BVI for doing amazing things.
Yes.
Road to Mrs. Globe 2023. I have to touch on that because you will be representing the territory come June. Tell us about the preparation process. Tell us about the highlight pageant leading up to it. Where is it going to be held? Give us the details.
Okay. Well, first let me say that it's going to be in Palm Springs,
Okay.
California, and I know from June 16th through the 25th, women will from across the globe, across the world, will be heading over to Palm Springs, California, and I will be in that number.
Okay.
Preparation is a lot of work. It's a lot of work in terms of mentally, because I am not just representing me, I'm representing the Virgin Islands. So when people see me on stage, it's not me you're seeing. You are actually seeing you because I am representing you. So I'm going to work as the ambassador for the Virgin Islands. We have virtual voting that has already
and that is for
started.
the Choice of the People
Choice
Award.
of the People, because what it does, it helps catapult you into the top 3 positions, and it's only $10 per vote, and all that money go to assist women in need across the globe. So it's for me to take my platform from local to the more global stage. So now you're understanding why the statistics in the World Health Organization means so much to me, because to me, I see the Crown doing much more than just local work. I see the Crown doing global work where we can use the Crown to tap into those countries that are affected by cancer in many different ways, working with the World Health Organization to make sure that we lower those numbers. So the know, the fix, the live, the win, it doesn't matter what it is in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be cancer, but it can be anything. You can be in an abusive relationship. As long as you know and you recognize that it's an abusive relationship, then you can take steps to fix it. Then you can live life because you've fixed it, and then you can win. We can all win together. I just like to use the win because win is easy to say, women in need. But the preparation for the pageant, besides the mental, it's just the clothing, to get the clothes, to get all the clothes together, because there are 3 main segments, right? The first would be your swimwear, the next would be your national wear, and then the third, obviously, your evening wear. The pageant itself is on the 24th. I'm sure that more information will come out as time go by. But every night, every day, it's a lot of work because you have to get up early in the morning based on the itinerary that I'm seeing. We have to get up every morning, then you're practicing all day, and then the evenings there are special events where they are very much color-coded. So you would have at some point, all the women are wearing the same exact colors for different events. So I just want to make sure that I do my best, put my best foot forward.
That we know you will do.
in everything that I do, and I go with God in front of me, and I'm just going to be following His lead, representing the people of the Virgin Islands.
Well, we will be looking closely and, of course, supporting you. We here at 284 Media wish you the very best, and we will be cheering you on. And I want to encourage persons, of course, to participate in the Choice of the People Award. That's the virtual voting, which is now open, and that information has been shared on the both Mrs. Globe page as well as the Facebook page. They're live, so you can get that information directly from there to make sure that we secure our queen, Dr. Arliene T. Penn, in making sure that she is the choice of the people. I want to thank you so much for coming and having a conversation with me. A lot's going on, and I know the preparation is grueling, but we wish you the very best. Before you go, I'd love to give you an opportunity to just greet the public in one final message.
I just want you, the members of the public, I am your Mrs. British Virgin Islands Globe 2022. The voting, it's critically important to our next steps, because with your vote, it catapults me into the top 3 positions. And I can't do it without you. So we will be coming around from time to time, and you can log online as well to make sure that you're voting for me, Dr. Arliene T. Penn, your Mrs. British Virgin Islands, because I'm here representing you, and we can do this together. The BVI, we have been known to make a large footprint in the world, and this one will be no different. So I look forward to you working with me and me working with you as I represent you to the best of my ability. So I look forward to your assistance and your support as Mrs. British Virgin Islands 2022.
Thank you so much. Viewers, that is all the time we have. Do have a beautiful rest of the day. I'm Ron Grant. Bye-bye.